this sort of leads us to today's conversation is every single one of these pieces of software operates on data. It's generating data, it's leveraging data, and this has become over time one of the greatest both challenges and opportunities we have. And at the same time that we see this explosion of all this software happening, we're also in the middle of a pretty significant change that's happening in the architecture of tech stacks. For a long time, every single app in, your martech stack, or more broadly, your company tech stack, was just isolated with its own little database. Maybe we're throwing some data across from one to another with, point-to-point integrations. But with the rise of cloud data warehouses and cloud data lakehouses and cloud data lakes, any variation you want thereof, we've really started to see this universal data layer emerge throughout the martech stack, throughout the larger company stack. And that's really opening up some, shall we say, very interesting opportunities in how not just the architecture of martech, but the actual operations of martech can move forward.
Speaking of taking advantage of this aggregated data, where does AI come in? Everyone loves talking about AI. AI is so powerful. We think about it all the time. And I think there are so many outcomes of it that we haven't even unlocked and begun to unlock. So tell us from your seat, where does AI fit into this story, this inflection point, and our opportunity to leverage this data?
Yeah, it is definitely the topic of the year. Clearly the topic of the decade, I suspect. Well, again, like everything that you want to do with AI, at the end of the day, has to be fed by data. And this runs the entire gamut of things behind the scenes. So for instance, like this ability to use AI to democratize more of the ability for marketers to self-service more of the answers to questions they have about the analytics, of performance of particular campaigns or programs, or if they want to start to construct concepts of, audiences for particular campaigns, instead of having to file a whole bunch of tickets for, expert data engineers to go off and assemble that over some multi-day. I mean, just the ability to increasingly let AI be able to self-service more of those questions, more of those needs, more of those ideas. I mean, that's massive. But then as you also start to look about applying AI into more customer-facing experiences, again, the same thing holds true. People don't use the AI experiences, with your company because they want what they would get from ChatGPT or, Gemini or something like that. Those tools out there, what they want from your business is something that is very specific, to who they are, what it is your business offers, and to really be able to deliver those sorts of AI-powered experiences, you have to get the data, into these systems. And so this is why it's just, again, the timing of this couldn't be perfect, that if this AI revolution, with generative AI, was happening 2 years ago, it would have hit a lot more barriers a lot more quickly because we just, for most companies, did not have the data infrastructure and the data plumbing in place to be able to feed a lot of these ideas that we're now, in a position to leverage.
And then speak to the people who will be driving that change. We really wanted this event today to be all about helping enable and inspire change makers that we know are really thinking about how to bring this forward, how to change their organizations. What do you encourage them to do? What inspiration do you want to give them to help bring this change forward?
Yeah, so one of the things I would say is, there's that, in technology, we've always had this innovation diffusion curve, the thing where we got the term of okay, well, there's the early adopters, and then after that, it crosses the chasm to the early majority, and then the late majority, and then at the very, very tail would be the laggards. And in a lot of ways, while early adopters were always celebrated for, pushing things forward, I think it's fairly easy for a lot of folks to say okay, that's nice. We appreciate you early adopters doing that. I'm going to wait for the early majority because that innovation diffusion would typically happen over a pretty long period of time. It would happen over like a 10-year period. So you could give, the early adopters a few years to figure it out, and then, we'll still be like ahead of the rest of the majority. Well, we're in an environment where the pace of change and innovation is essentially compressing that innovation diffusion curve. That, innovations here no longer take 10 years, to play out. They maybe take half that time or less that time, And so one of the things that's done is that's essentially squeezed out the middle. You're pretty much either going to have to pick a camp of saying like, okay, we're going to lean in to really staying current with what these possibilities are. It's a little like the blurring of the line between was an early adopter and the early majority, it starts to blend together. And then vice versa on the other side, like the difference between late majority and laggard, that starts to blend too. And so I think for change makers, oh my goodness, like this is such an amazing time for you, because you've got all these, it's not just one big wave, of AI. It's like all these multiple little waves of how we're using it in different, contexts and different capabilities. All of these are happening here. All of them are happening in that compressed innovation time frame. And so for change makers to be like, hey, listen, this isn't just, us being early adopters. This is us making sure that our companies are staying on the front half, not the back half, because you're either, with the folks who are pushing this forward, or you're kind of as a laggard. So here's to the change makers.